Welcome to Texas Forum. Another classic game on tap today. Toros hoping to just continue to ride through the South, while the Checkers hope to get that first signature win. That would be crazy if they win today. Um, Toros on unprecedented win streak. It's been 17 straight regular season. It's been 20 straight altogether. Toros just can't find a loss, man. They battled through craziness last week, down 4-1 on the road versus the Scarlet Ember, the well oiled machine. Somehow found a way to grind out on the back of Campaign and Lawrence. Checkers, everybody's complaining about them and their cupcake schedule and how they're number two in the league, even though they haven't beat anybody. It's like, hey, they won 4 games, lost 2 tough ones, and they have the point total. So what are you gonna do? So I mean, the coaching style's not gonna be very favorable. I mean, especially because the Checkers are just not top heavy. They're not gonna be going for Reed and Raekwon. It's gonna be Lawrence, who's not to their credit, Lawrence Campaign. They're not defenders, but once you get to McCarron, Raekwon, and Reed, I mean, are you even gonna have talent out there to play them? But luckily for the Checkers, Toros aren't going to be playing the top down. They're going to be going for Gurst, Soto, and Ruiz. So it's going to be an offensive battle pretty much between Sven, Reed, Raekwon, Middlestein, who can rack up the most points, who can throw best. The dashes are right even. So, Toros just going to have to rely on their strength again, while the Checkers are just going to have to play that well-oiled machine role that the Scarlet Ember played last week. Let's see what can happen here. Sven Reed ready to start. Both of them looking for MVP nods this year, and they're going to be dashing against each other. Let's go. Checkers win the start. Sven's throwing at Lawrence. Lawrence catches. Reed throwing at Gurst, and Gurst is out. His great dodge average, but gets out. Ruiz throwing at Lawrence. Lawrence another catch. Reed throwing at Soto. Soto dodges. Middlestein throwing at McCarron. McCarron catches. They're playing defense today. Reed is throwing at Soto. Soto another dodge. Soto throwing at Lawrence. Lawrence is out. Raekwon throwing at Soto, and Soto is outed. Toros carry on, win the first set. Last game, these guys, it was a 5-3 game, I believe, in in Charlotte. But this time, it's in the Forum. Crowd's rocking. They're ready to see another victory here. And they're gonna have some breakout performance from Gerst, breakout performance from Sven. I mean, somebody's gonna have to play otherworldly. Reed throwing at Gerst, and Gerst is out again. Sven throwing at Lawrence. Lawrence is out. Reed throwing at Soto. Soto is out. Sven throwing at Campaign. Campaign out. Reed throwing at Ruiz. Ruiz is out. Sven throwing at McCarron. McCarron is out. They're just avoiding each other right now. But Reed throws at Sven, and Sven is out. It's Middlestein, last one left. Reed throwing at Raekwon. Raekwon outed. Reed throwing at Middlestein gets him out with a big throw. Reed is just 5 for 5, doing great today. Is he perfect so far? Nope. But a great set by him. Checkers win the third set start. Sven throwing at McCarron. And McCarron is out. Reed throwing at Gurst. Gurst hasn't been able to muster anything. Sven throwing at Lawrence. Lawrence dodges. Reed throwing at Soto. Soto's out. Sven throwing at Lawrence. Lawrence can't catch. It's evened up. Raekwon throwing at Ruiz. Ruiz is out. Sven throwing at Campaign. Campaign gets him out. Reed throwing at Sven. Sven intercepted by Middlestein. This what we have here. They planned for this one. They lured them into the trap. Sven throwing at Raekwon, and Raekwon is out. And the Checkers swing up with their two power players to get that set victory. Sven is going to the moon. Watch him try to get that double double. Well, not he's not a defender, but I mean he's probably trying to go for 20 points this game, keeping his points lead on the league. And they that was very impressive what they did there. Middlestein, they lulled them into a sense of security. Reed thought he was just going to throw a simple one to Sven. Middlestein jumps out of nowhere, catches it, gets Reed out finally. Raekwon sitting ducks. Sven gets him out. And Checkers get on the board. Toros win the start. Lawrence throwing at Gerst. Gerst dodges. Sven throwing at Lawrence. Lawrence catches. Reed throws at Gerst. Gets him out. And Middlestein throwing at Reed. Reed is out. Raekwon throws at Ruiz. Ruiz is out. And Middlestein throwing at Lawrence. And Lawrence is out. Raekwon throwing at Soto. Gets him out. Middlestein throwing at Campaign. Gets him out. Middlestein, last one left. McCarron throwing at Middlestein. Toros take the 3-1 lead. Middlestein held it down when Sven was out. That's what they like to see going forward. But, Gerst hasn't been able to capture his, what do you have, 4 interceptions in a set before? I mean, that was crazy. But he hasn't been able to capture that since that game. Toros take the 3-1 lead. Checkers win the start. Sven throwing at Reed gets him out. Look at them change of plan, just going straight at Reed. Raekwon throwing at Middlestein gets him out. Sven throwing at McCarron. McCarron out. Raekwon throwing at Gerst gets him out. Perfect throw by Raekwon. Sven throwing at Lawrence, and Lawrence tries to get intercepted by Raekwon, but Sven gets him out. It's a detriment right there. This could be a swing. Lawrence throwing at Soto. Soto catches. Campaign last one left. And the Checkers remain in this game 3-2. What is their strategy here going forward? Sven, he's playing as good as you can bet him to play. They're just going to need Gerst to step up, get in this game. This game can be won. It's 3-2. Toros are not infallible, folks. We saw that last game. They're not infallible. The Gerst just needs to nut up here and be part of this game. Checkers win the start. Sven throwing at Lawrence, he's out. Reed throwing at Sven, going directly at the man, but Gerst tries to intercept, but he gets out, saving Sven. Sven throwing at Reed, and he's out. Big one. Raekwon throwing at Middlestein, and Middlestein's out. Sven throwing right at the man Raekwon, but Raekwon catches Sven. Can they run away with it now? Gets Soto out. And Ruiz throwing at Raekwon. Raekwon outed. So McCarron and Campaign. McCarron goes for Ruiz. Ruiz dodges. Ruiz throws at McCarron. Gets him out. It's all to Campaign. Campaign dodges. And Ruiz throwing at Campaign. But Campaign with the catch. Dang, the Checkers played that well. Ruiz coming in the clutch, but couldn't do enough. Campaign ends the set with a big catch. Campaign is really, really starting to make his presence felt on this team. He has the least amount of points over the season, but I mean, the games that have mattered, this guy has really started to show up, and they love that about him. This is what you want in a backcourt guy. When the pressure's on, when you're the last one left, all your heroes and idols are gone. Can you carry the flag? And he's been so good at that. And the Checkers, one set away from the loss. Toros won the start. Reed throwing right at Sven the man gets him out. Middlestein throwing at Reed. Reed, oh no, no, they're mad. Ruiz is out. They're just going down the line here. And Soto throwing at Reed. Reed catches. Oh my God. Reed throwing at Gerst gets him out. Not even close. Toros at 45 index. Pretty good. Checkers hang kind of in there in the points race with the 27 index. But, Sven had his 13 points, 72.6 index. I mean, he played his heart out. Gerst, 4.9 index. I mean, need more from you. Need way more from you. Middlestein did okay. But, Reed Raekwon, very good. 69 index for Raekwon, 8 for 8 throwing. Reed, 16-13 throwing, 2 catches. Um, yeah, Toros win another one. They go 7-0 on the season. Checkers just can't hold on there. And they're facing a showdown with the Skylarks next week. That will be very interesting now to see how much points the Skylarks can rack against the Gremlins. They're hoping they can get a lot so they can get back in this thing. Toros rattle off another victory. Next week's going to be either, I think it's going to be the Dragonfish. I mean, it's not even going to be fair. They're just going to be lights out that game. Um, but yeah, that's. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you in Minneapolis